Sever your legs media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. Yo, what's going on? What's up? It's in the Sleepy Sandwich Legs Media. It's been a minute. So what we are back again. Once again, we are back, and we're gonna just bring you all the things that happened over the weekend. Busy weekend of cycling at the Gravel World Championships. You had the Giro d'Italia. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So we had the men and the women race, and then we also had the Crow race, and then we also had Paris Tours. And then I'm gonna also highlight a young man from Eritrea, and he just happens to be the younger brother of Big Grammy, which is Mowal. I think it's Mowali, Meweal, Mowal Grammy. So I'm gonna just call him Little Grammy until I until I hear his name pronounced, and then I would go from there. So anyway, let's get on with this. I'm gonna just jump right into. So let's show you who our feature is going to be So we get into the next scene. So this is going to be our feature. We're going to just talk about young Gourmet in a minute. But let's get on to what happened over the weekend. So we're going to start with the women's Giro d'Italia International, and is it Donne? And I believe that means female women or something to do with women. So, but Elisa Longo Borghini, she's a current Italian national champion. She rides for Track Little, and she won the race with Evita Musex in second and Juliet Lambos in third. So that was the women's race, and in the men's edition, which was won by none other than Tadej Pogačar, his first race in his World Championship colors, and what a way to debut the World Championship colors. I'm not quite sure. I have to go back and have a look and see if that's ever been done, like the first race in the world and the rainbow colors, and they won the race. So we'll go back and have a look at that. So Tadej Pogačar, he won. They did the race over the hill with. They talked about it in the Tour. It's a popular race, and it's a really steep hill. And on this particular hill, Jonas Vingegaard, during the Tour, was the only one that was able to stay with Tadej Pogačar. But Tadej Pogačar attacked over the hill. So it was a pretty steep hill. It was a pretty tough climb. So obviously Tadej made his move on the same hill. And Tom Pidcock was able to come in for second place. And apologies for not mentioning the third place rider. Paris Tours. Paris Tours was, as you can see by the face of Christophe Laporte, it was a hard day out. It was rainy. It was wet. It was muddy. And those days, like, they hurt, but they tend to be fun, enjoyable, and memorable as well too. So Christophe Laporte out-sprinted Matthews Besic. Is it Matthews Besic? And so actually I thought someone else finished second on the day, but that's what it says, and it says Jasper Philipsen came in for third place. So that was epic race. And then if you want to see some of the races, I watch it on Discovery. You can watch it on Eurosport. You can watch it on what's the US? I think it's Pink Bikes, and then there's a couple other. Flow Bikes is the other one as well too. So in the Copa Agostana, it was like UAE is doing the thing. So that was won by Mark Hershey. And like I said, apologies for not bringing the other rider, but in the gravel race, which was won by Mariana Voss, which came down to a sprint finish of her and Lotto Kopecky. And that was actually when they came down to the sprint with 500 meters to go, I really thought like Kopecky would probably had the upper edge. Like, she's the strong. She tends to win the sprints. But then something Matthew Van Der Poel said that the riding the gravel bike, sprinting on the gravel bike is just a little bit different from sprinting on the road bike. So that might have been the difference. But anyway, congratulations to Mariana Voss winning the Gravel World Championship. And she has a Palmares of our World Championships jerseys that just is unbelievable. So we'll get into that maybe in another video. And in the men, none other than Matthew Van Der Poel. So another World Champion's jersey. So he's World Champion on the road. That was in 2023. He's numerous times World Champion in cyclocross. And I'm not quite sure if he's done it on the mountain bike, and now he's a gravel World Champion. So Matthew Van Der Poel is just the business all the way around. And it's just fantastic to see him in the rainbow jersey after the UCI Gravel World Championships. and the youngster that finished second, I think it was Vermish that finished second. I could be wrong because I'm not looking at anything, but he said that um, he knew he didn't have a chance because every time Matthew pulled through when they were in their in the last kilometers, he just Matthew's pulls were so much harder than his, and he was just basically Matthew was just pounding him into the ground, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But congrats to everyone that competed in the Global Championship. So we had the Netherlands winning the men, and then the Netherlands winning in the women's, and then Belgium finishing runner up, second and third in both men's and women's editions. So that was and then in the crow race, the final race was Brendan McNulty, which is a 6-day stage race, and he, hope that's still there. So he won stage 3, this is where he took the lead of the stage race, and so he was from there on he was able to hold on to the overall GC lead, which is well done to Brendan McNulty and Team UAE. So if over the weekend Team UAE had 3 wins, so that was from Brendan McNulty, Mark Hershey, and then the one and only Tadej Pogacar. So a really successful weekend for UAE, and it's understandable why they are the world's #1 team at the moment. So everyone's trying to play catch up with them. It was this Melissa bike a few years ago, and UAE is just like they're just destroying. They're just like on top of the world. So let's get rid of Brendan, and let's go back to young Gourmet, and he's going to be our highlight for today. He's our highlight for today, and let's pull up quickly. And so so this is our youngster. So let's look at some like what his 2024's been like. It's been quite busy for him. He's done quite a few races, and this is what his season looks like so far. Today he done the World Championships in the under-23s. Unfortunately he didn't finish that. He wasn't able to finish that because that was a tough race. I think he's listed as a climber, and no, not a climber, as more of a sprinter, and this definitely was in our race for the youngster. So, and these are a lot of the races that he did, as you can see. Let's just look at some of the standout races at the Tour de Numar. There's national championships, which is in the Eritrea National Championships, the road race. He finished 4th. So that's pretty good because he's racing with the elite men and he's still under 23. So to finish 4th place, that was pretty good. The Flash Ardines did not finish. So I believe that's an elite race as well too. That's a 1.2, and he did not finish. So that's a tough race. Echelon Frankfurt under 23. It's a race I was supposed to be at, but I didn't get to that one, and he finished 23rd on that. And then there's the Grand Prix, the Cloudies. So his best finish for the season was 4th place at his national championships. And then some of the highlights, let's look at some of the. So 4th national championship, 23rd Frankfurt, and 39th in the Grand Prix the Diplôme. So that's some of his highlights so far. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot to come from young Gourmet, and we look forward to see what he's going to be bringing. So that's Mawal. So I'm going to say Miwalel Gourmet, and I'm pretty sure I will get talking to for the way I pronounce his name, and people will get on me to correct his name the right way. So anyway, just trying to think. Also was during the World Championships, a young Swiss from Switzerland. She 18 years old, up and coming talent. She lost her life on the roads, and that's unfortunate. So sometimes these things happen. Even though the technology and the bikes are advancing to be safer, strong, and faster, accidents still happen. And unfortunately, this happened during the World Championships. I'm going to touch on at some point like Tony Pogacar and his Zone 2 training, which is something that I did and I quite enjoyed. And people used to call me crazy and whatnot. But the mad thing is I got results from it. I got results from like training in that Zone 2. Um, and most of the guys that I raced against in the Caribbean would tell you they saw the results. I was able to win the national championships in the time trial, and I literally walked everybody because that Zone 2, it just does something. It allows you to stay at a higher intensity. Like when you're competing, it allows you to ride at a higher intensity longer. But in today's most people don't want to do the time and put in the hours that's needed in order to uh, to get to that place. And I put in a lot of hours. I was putting in sometimes 40 to 45 hours, and maybe a couple weeks where I put in 50 hours, and my week was really, really detailed. There's a climbing day, there's a flat long day, there's the day that you did the group ride, and yeah, and my long days were like 130 would be like my longest day, and so my shortest day would probably be 80 to 90 miles. So in kilometers, maybe 150, whatever, something like that. My longest day would be over 200 kilometers. And these were all averaging like 15 miles per hour. You didn't have wattage, back in the 90s, they didn't have watts to go over. Did I have a heart rate monitor? I believe I had a heart rate monitor. Yeah, I had a heart rate monitor at the time. So I was able to monitor my sleeping patterns, my resting heart rate, because Indurain was a big hero of mine, and they said his resting heart rate was like 28 beats per minute, so that when you're sleeping, your heart slows down and your body's at its most relaxed. My heart rate was like around it was 28, 27, so it was pretty low. So I mean, incident happened where I had to go to the hospital because I wasn't paying attention and I ran into a telephone pole because I wasn't minding my business on my bike, and ran into a telephone pole, and then I ended up going to like the hospital to just get stitched up and everything. And when I went, while I was waiting to get taken care of, I fell asleep. And when I fell asleep, like because I was at really peak condition. They had the monitors on me and everything, and my heart rate was down in the 20s. And then like the assistant nurse came rushing over, like they thought something was wrong with me. And then I literally had to explain to everybody, cycling, resting heart rate, and the funny thing is they did not understand the whole concept of resting heart rate, and they literally thought something was wrong with me because my heart rate was so low. So so I don't know, maybe they understand it a little better, today. But that was something that was sort of funny at the moment. But yeah. So like today's programs, everything is like so condensed. You're getting on Swift. You're doing these 1 hour, 2 hours, up, like intensity, like these things where you're training for maybe an hour or 2 hours, and you're doing like these hit programs where I don't even know why I can't remember the name of them, but where it powers on like specific intensity, which I think is great for criterium circuit races and like comices, because you need that. But then when you get into the road racing, you need the time and the miles on the road, which is what no one has time for it anymore. So, and that's the reason. That's one of the main reasons why Tadej Pogacar has had his shoulders above everybody else, because everyone else is doing these new scientific programs, which allow you to be on the bike for shorter times. So most pros do at least a 6 or 7 hour ride, at least 2 to 3 times a week. But what I find is that if you do those rides, like say you do like maybe 2 or 3 8-hour rides through the week, and you're not doing it at 20 miles per hour average, you're doing it at 15 miles per hour average, it just, your body gets so much more. And that's what I was doing before I won the national championships in time trial, the national championships on the mountain bike. Pretty much won every race that year, as well as on the mountain bike. But it's just my arrogance. I didn't win the road race basically through arrogance, but I should have won that anyway. But yeah, so I would just love to get into that deeper, talk more about that. We're going to leave it at that. So that's 15 minutes. I hope you enjoyed that. So this is young Gourmet, and we hope we get to see him next season over in Belgium, and wish him luck with Intermarché. And yeah, he got a superstar in his brother, and he's got some footsteps to follow in. And we wish young man all of the best. So that's it. So please go check out some of the other videos because I've got some junior videos which haven't been getting much traction. But go check out the juniors. These guys are the future. Like, you want to know about who's coming up. So in the next season, I'm going to go deeper into some of the junior riders and cover more of the junior riders and their races, so you can see who they are and what they do. So my main guy in the juniors is Aldo Tululu. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So, you know, I think he's going to be. It's just something about him. I just feel like this kid's going to be amazing. And he's got a good attitude. He's just like very personable, and he's also a really good rider as well too. And he's Belgian. So anyway, I'm out. Basically, we say with your legs media, and like I said, thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's been a hard work getting to this point. We are here. We're getting on, feeling a little better health-wise. Oh, sorry, I'm feeling a little better health-wise, and we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, peace out. See ya. Gotta stop it that way.
Stay with your legs media. You know what to do. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.